Yeah.
Let's head over to Auburn. Auburn's a fun school. They
Auburn.
picked up Jackson Arnold from Oklahoma, and they get to play Oklahoma. So we'll get to that in a second. But let's talk about their losses real quick. Jarquez Hunter, great running back. Keandre Lambert-Smith, former Penn Stater, actually excellent Penn Stater, transferred to Auburn for his senior year. I'm assuming Penn State didn't want to pay him out. He had a great season at Auburn and obviously got drafted. Well, the incoming transfer is Jackson Arnold, obviously coming in from Oklahoma after Oklahoma going into shambles at the end of the season last year. Showed some serious talent and some arm strength, good decision making in games against Alabama. Obviously, new quarterback, new system. Auburn's win total at 7.5 actually raises a lot of questions for me. When you lose one of your best wide receivers and your starting quarterback. Obviously, Jackson Arnold has talent, but Auburn was never an issue at offense. They had a crazy number of turnovers last season. Their fourth quarter turnover margin was abysmal, and that's what forced them to lose games. So it wasn't necessarily in the hands of one or two people. It was the turnovers late, early season games in the fourth quarter that they just couldn't hold on to the ball. Same thing happened with the Iron Bowl. Talk to me what you think about Auburn.
They made a lot of moves. They had the eighth best transfer class and the sixth best recruiting class in the country. That's according to 24/7 Sports. Like you said, their big key losses were Keandre Lambert-Smith, Jarquez Hunter. They lost Percy Lewis on the O-line, their tackle. But they did fill those tackle positions with Xavier Chaplin and Mason Murphy. And then the inside guys, the guys on the interior line, all of them are coming back. You got Jackson Arnold, who's definitely going to be a better thrower than the quarterback last year. I can't even remember his name. And then they also, I think part of the reason for Jarquez Hunter's success, and he is a damn good running back. Don't get me wrong, he was so fun to watch. But it was because they couldn't really throw the ball that well. Keandre Lambert-Smith was a weapon for sure, but I just think that Jackson Arnold is going to just add more versatility to this offense. They're definitely going to be able to do more things with it, and also it looks like they're a bunch of their freshmen that are coming in from that recruiting class is going to get playing time, especially on defense. You got guys like Eric Winters is the backup for the strong safety position, and Anquan Fegans on the nickelback. And then there's just, I'm looking at their depth chart right now on our lads, and they got a lot of guys. They got a lot of new guys that are going to make some noise.
I actually love Auburn as a program. I have taken Auburn many, many times in the Iron Bowl matchups, and they have obviously been to great success, with the obvious exception being last season, unfortunately. I like what I saw out of Jackson Arnold out of Oklahoma, and I have, full faith that Auburn will win some of these matchups. On the road at Oklahoma, I could very easily see that being a great game. Obviously, Jackson Arnold playing against his old team wants to show out. And they also get to host the Iron Bowl at home. So the 7.5 wins doesn't seem that difficult for me. The question becomes on whether or not, as a program, they can take this incoming talent and do what they haven't done before. I mentioned that their biggest issue last season was turnovers. I have yet to see Auburn be a 10, 11 win team in many, many years. The last time being obviously when they lost to Jameis Winston in the national championship. I don't know if I'm comfortable enough taking Auburn for 8 wins right now. I'm more than willing to take them at 7, so I'm going to rock the under, and I'll leave it at that. I haven't seen enough out of this program to guarantee 8 wins. I've seen incoming talent. Keandre Lambert-Smith is no joke. He was a serious weapon, and he was a weapon at Auburn, for the record. They've had weapons. It's what they do with the weapons.